The Devi Bhagavath Puran Conclusion. Suji says, O Rishis, the half shlok that emanated from the most divine, most beautiful lotus face of the Devi, Sarvam Kalvidamevaham Nanyadasti Sanatanam, has become Srimad Devi Bhagavat. This Puran is the actualization of the Vedas. This half shlok was uttered in the hearing of Vishnu, who in the form of a baby was floating on a banyan leaf in the ocean. Brahmaji was the very first to compose and explain 100 crores of shlokas on this half shloka. Later Vyasji, with the sole purpose of teaching it to Sukadevji, gathered the essence of it and arranged it in the form of 18,000 shlokas. He decorated them in 12 chapters and called this Puran Srimad Devi Bhagavat. It still exists in all its entirety in Devlok. There is no other Puran in existence which can equal this in purity and holiness and which grants punyas and deliverance from sins. One who reads each word with reverence and devotion gets the same fruits as performing an Ashwamedha Yagya. The person who accepts the position of reader of this most sacred Puran should be honored with new garments and gifts of wealth. He should be received, respected and honored as if Vedavyas himself is reading the Puran to us. Mune, it is advised that one should either write this or engage someone to write it, and on the auspicious occasion of Bhadrapad Purnima, it should be placed on a golden singhasan and presented to the Purana Vetta, that is reader. As dakshina or offering of thanksgiving, one should present the embodiment of Vedavyas, a milch cow which has been garlanded and decorated with gold. After the completion of the reading, Brahmins should be offered food. One should also invite Suvasinis, that is Suhagan married ladies, youths, that is boys, and unmarried girls, giving them the respect due to a Devi. They should be offered new clothes and tasty food. They should be garlanded with sandal and flower malas. The fruit of these actions is the same as giving land in charity. It ensures passage of the soul to Devi Lok. For the person who continuously reads Devi Bhagavat, nothing is impossible. Even by listening to the reading of this Puran, the childless are blessed with children, the penniless get wealth, the students get enlightened, and so many other blessings are showered. Women who are infertile or have only one child are freed from the stigma of being barren. There is no doubt in this. The home in which this Puran is installed with great reverence, Lakshmi and Saraswati will always be in its vicinity and never leave. The house can never be affected by evil eye, that is drishti of Betal, Dakini or Rakshasas, that is goblins and demons. If there is contact with a person suffering from typhus, typhoid, yellow fever or any other febrile fever, one should carefully read this Puran and the infection will leave his house. Chanting of Ashriti Path 100 times rescues one from tuberculosis. The one who regularly reads this Puran receives Nirmal Vidya. During the Navratri of Sharad Ritu, one must invariably read this Puran. Bhagavati Jagadamba becomes most pleased with such a person and showers her blessings on him. Mune, in a year, during the months of Ashad, Ashwin, Magh and Chaitra, at the time of Shukla Paksh, there are 4 Navratras. This is a most auspicious time to read the Devi Bhagavath. This Puran does not contain a single criticism or belittling of any living being. This is only about homage and worship because Bhagavati Jagadamba resides within all as Shakti Rupa. To please that Shakti, one should always read this holy Puran. It is a maryada for women and Shudras to listen to this reading from the mouth of a Brahmin, that is a realized soul. What I am telling you is the pure essence. The person who listens to the 9 parts of Devi Bhagavath receives all good fortunes, especially the gift of moksha. When surrounded by enemies or epidemics like cholera or plague, or disasters like drought and earthquake, one should listen with great devotion and dedication to Devi Bhagavath. Also, to overcome the effects of evil spirits, goblins, and malevolent beings, it is necessary to read Devi Bhagavath. Even those who are able to hear half a shlok or listen to half a chapter become eligible for a place at lotus feet. Devi Jagadamba herself only uttered half a slok, and from that has evolved this mighty book Srimad Devi Bhagavath. There is no dharma greater than Gayatri, and she resides in this book in the form of pure knowledge. A reading of this never fails to please the goddess. It contains a description of her abode in the Mani Dweep, Nabhi Chakra, and also the explanation of Gita that the Devi herself gave to Himalaya. The great goddess who is worshipped by Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva and Indra resides in Mani Dweep, Bhagavati Devi Jagadambika. O twice born ones, this most holy Mahapuran Devi Bhagavath is the essence of all the Vedas. Reading this is the same as having knowledge of all the Vedas. This is the absolute truth. I offer pranams to that Bhagavati Sachidananda Swarupini, who is also known as Bhagavati Gayatri, and who is verily Shri Bhagavati Jagadamba, Shri Adi Shakti. May she enlighten all the cells of our brain. The ascetic munis who spent all their days meditating in deep forests were so pleased with the narration of Sudji that they thanked him and blessed him with one voice. Everyone's heart was filled with joy. After drowning themselves in the ocean of pure knowledge by listening to this vast Puran, all their mundane doubts were put to rest. They begged Sudji to forgive them for putting him to so much exertion in narrating to them this magnificent story. O great instrument, you were verily the boatman who took us across this ocean of worldly illusion. This Srimad Devi Bhagavath is the embodiment of all the Vedas. Throughout the reading, the group of munis sat with folded hands and rapt attention. Again and again, they blessed him and thanked him. After this, Sudji, who constantly hovers in the vicinity of the lotus feet of Bhagavati Jagadamba, arose and left. Srimad Devi Bhagavath. If you want to know who Adi Shakti is, read Devi Bhagavath, said by Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Jai Shri Mataji.